Hi, BookTube. This is Johnny. Who else could it be? It's not Joe. It's not Bob. It's not Henry. It's Johnny. My full name is Johnny Ray, but no one calls me Johnny Ray except my wife. I don't know. Anyway, and my Johnny is J-O-N-N-Y. There is no, it's not J-O-H-N-N-Y. It's J-O-N-N-Y. I used to call myself John. J-O-N. I used to sign for years. And then I began to accept my name as Johnny. So yeah, it's Johnny. When you get my age, they say, hey, Mr. Old Man, Mr. Your old fart, your old geezer. But no, this is Johnny on BookTube. It's been 24 hours. I just looked. So I thought I'd make a video. And what this video is basically, it's not a TBR to be read. It's not a book haul. It's not what I have been reading. It's not any of those things. What it is the books that I have not put down in the lower level and that keeps gathering up on my reading table. And so I thought I'd just show them. And of course I've been reading the Decameron by Boccaccio. I read those today. I think I've read 89 pages. And I'm reading the introduction to this one. And then this is what is on my reading table. Not saying I'm ever going to read it, but this is what I dream as a bookworm to read that is on my book table that has not gone down into the library downstairs. The House of Government, a saga of the Russian Revolution by Yuri Selinsky. I still want to read that Samuel Pepys' Unequaled Self by Claramaine Tomaine. I still got up here to read the new biography in Henry David Thoreau, A Life by Laura Dasrow Walls. I still want to read this. I dream of it. I still dream of reading On His Own Terms, The Life of Nelson Rockefeller by Richard Norton Smith. I really want to read this. I dream about it. Not saying I'll get around to it, but I like to read it. I am reading this new thing I got last week, this new The Book of Disquiet, complete edition by Fernando Pessoa. The Portuguese, translated Portuguese by Margaret, Jull, Costa. I am reading this. What does I do is I read this, and then I read Isaiah Berlin, A Life, and then I usually read at night before I go to bed. I read this. So I'm primarily reading these right now. I showed those in the video, but these are the things that I dream of reading. I dream of reading this book I got last week, a used book, Hotels of North America, a novel by Rick Moody. I'm dreaming of reading this. This is my second copy of the Book of Disquiet. So that goes along with my second copy of the Decameron. I dream of reading this novel, which is one of my birthday gifts. The Life Writer, a novel by David Constantine. I dream of reading this. These are essays, a sideways look at time. I keep this up here because something just to you can pick up and read anytime. I want to get back into reading this. I dream of getting back into reading this. The World Broken 2, Virginia Woolf, T.S. Eliot, D.H. Lawrence, E.M. Foster, The Year That Changed Literature. which is 1922 by Bill Goldstein. I do read Conversation, The History of Declining Art by Stephen Miller. I read that along with this book here on time. It's kind of thing that you can just pick up and, you know, you're having a cup of tea and you're looking at the birds and you're looking at the ceiling and noticing that there's a crack. You can always read these. I've been reading, when I can, this biography of Angela Carter. I still have this up here to read. Angela Carter, The Invention of Angela Carter, a biography by Evan Gordon. I really dream of reading this along with her short stories, A Bloody Chamber, and her selected writings by Angela Carter, Shaking LA collected writings. I dream of reading these. I dream of reading the new Will Self novel, Phone. I just dream about getting into this. I have been reading for a couple of months Masscult, Essays Against the American Grain by Dwight Macdonald. In reading a biography on Dwight Macdonald, I want to get back into this. A Rebel in Defense of Tradition, A Life of Politics, Dwight Macdonald by Michael Wreszin. And I still got out A Moral Temper, The Letters of Dwight Macdonald, edited with introduction by Michael Wreszin. I dream of reading these. I'm still got out this travel writings, Voyager by Russell Banks. I can read along with these. And I want to get back into reading the new annotated Frankenstein. I want to get back into Frankenstein. Hopefully before the winter, before it snows and blizzards and there's ice and there's white outside. Get back into reading The Romantic Outlaws, The Extraordinary Lives of Mary Wollstonecraft and Mary Shelley by Charlotte Gordon. Get back into reading Vindication, The Life of Mary Wollstonecraft. I want to get reading these again. I just dream about it. I want to finish reading Sleepless Nights, Elizabeth Hardwick. I could read this in an hour and have it done if I wanted to. The Last Intellectuals, American Culture in the Age of Academia by Russell Jacoby. I want to get back into this. I want to start reading Someday Before the End of the World, Between the Woods and the Water, which is a travel on foot in Constanova, the middle debut into the Iron Gates by Patrick Leigh Fermor. Travel memoir. I want to get into this. I want to read the biography on the life of Thomas D. Quincy, Guilty Thing, A Life of Thomas D. Quincy by Francis Wilson. I want to read Thomas D. Quincy's Confessions of an Opium Eater. I got these. I want to read. I just dream about it constantly. It's like I'm on opium or something. This I really want to get into, What God Has Wrought, the Transformation of America, 1815 to 1848 by Daniel Walker Howe. Other morning I looked at this. I dream about reading this. I want to get into reading The Night Ocean, a novel by Paul Lafarge, which I was reading his other novel, Haussmann of the Distinction, a novel by Paul Lafarge. I just dream about reading these and getting back into them and just digging deep and going crazy, but who knows. I want to get back into reading The Young Radicals, The War for American Ideas by Jeremy McCarter. That goes along with this book. These two go along together. And lastly, I want to finish this novel, The Luminaries by Eleanor Catton. I mean, come on, I've been reading this for a month. I just dream of finishing it. Who knows? So I got all these books that I have to read either in reality or in a dream, or they're just gonna just stay up here because I got no more room down the lower level. There's no room anymore down there. If I put them down there in the lower level downstairs, I'll lose them. I'll just misplace them. So I'm keeping them up here, and I look at them, and I have my reading chair over there in the living room, and they're all piled around on my table, ready for me to pick up and read when I wake up from my dream, or from reality, or from existence, or from whatever state I'm in. But this month, since I'm doing a read-along with Adam of Mitamori, I've got to read this. This is thing now I'm kind of obsessed with it. I read it when I get up in the morning, and I usually read it until past noon. But today I got stuck on reading the introduction to this edition, which is it's like that much pages I gotta read. And when I read something, I go online. I've been reading all kinds of online stuff on the Decameron and Boccaccio. I mean, just reading this stuff. And I'm really enjoying this biography on Isaiah Berlin. So I found all kinds of stuff on YouTube about him, and interviews and documentaries, and so it goes there. Plus I have my diary, my September 2017 diary. Today I on page 810. I'm going to hit 1,000 before December. I'll probably get up to 1,200, maybe 1,300 if I'm lucky. Lucky. You never know. So tomorrow, September the 5th, it's a Tuesday. I might visit thrift stores if I don't get the creeps and I can leave the house. Today it was kind of gray, it's supposed to rain. I don't drive in rain. I don't go out there if there's black clouds and there's rain and slippery roads and people running around crazy on their cell phones, driving 100 miles an hour down a road that's only supposed to be going 25 miles an hour. So anyway, that's what's going on here. And today is a Monday. It is a national holy day. It's when we celebrate labor, which I don't know what that means. It's totally beyond my comprehension. But it's 8:37 at night here. It's a Monday. It's September the 4th here in West Michigan, by Lakewood, Michigan. And I'm just kind of sitting here just making this video, making an update, telling you about my dream book world. So I hope you had a good holy Labor Day holiday. See, holiday means holy day. It's just a secular way of saying, instead of saying holy day, you say holiday. So I consider national days like today holy days for the nation of America, for nationalists, for those people who salute the flag and wave the flag and celebrate the common man who's out there laboring for I don't know what. So I will sign off. I do hope you have a good week, and I don't know if I'll make another video since I'm basically, like I said, I'm just reading this, and reading the book of Disquiet. Can't get into my religious books because I'm obsessed with this thing. So in the morning when I get up, I write my diary, I sit in silence, recollect myself, fix my heart on divine realities, and just flow through the day. So I'll sign off, and thank you for the subscribers. Thank you for the comments, and until next time, this is Johnny Ray signing off. Bye.